Hello and welcome to sunny Los Angeles, California. I am your host, Samurai Radio, bringing you this broadcast of Miami Dolphins football here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. And today, we have a lovely game for you. The Miami Dolphins going against the Los Angeles Chargers here in Week 2 action of NFL football. The Miami Dolphins 1-0 coming off of a win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to look to try to replicate what they did last week at home. They will be away, as you guys know, here in Los Angeles. The Chargers have a very small but new stadium here in Los Angeles while they await to build a new one, as they did leave San Diego behind. So we are awaiting the kickoff from Josh Lambo to get things started, and Week 2 is now underway. Here in Los Angeles, California, we have Kenyon Drake coming to return the ball and get to the 25-yard line, gets stopped at around the 28-yard line. And here comes Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill had a good week last week, 2 touchdowns for 319 yards. That completion percentage has to go up, but besides that, a good week. And now, a look at the Dolphins offense. He got a great offensive line as they acquired Marshall Yanda for a 3rd-round pick, as well as continue to have Jay Ajayi. As you guys know, Damian Williams is injured, so we have Marlon Mack starting in his place. Joey Bosa starting on the defensive line along with Melvin Ingram. And then you have Jatavius Brown, Denzel Perryman, and the Miami man himself, and Jeremiah Atachu. And you have Casey Hayward and Jason Barrett, as well as Jaleel Adai and Dwight Lowry. So 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line with 3 seconds taken off the clock on that kick return. Handoff goes to Jay Ajayi. He's got some good blocking on the left side. Going to try to run for a 1st down. And it looks like he's going to be a 2nd and inches, but he did get 10 yards there on the carry. So 2nd and inches now on the 37-yard line for the Miami Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill going to drop back to pass. He's looking. He had a man open, but decides to dump that off to Jay Ajayi, and they'll lose a yard on the play. Make it 2. Now 3rd and 2 for the Miami Dolphins on 36. Tannehill dropping back to pass, and unload this one to Devontae Parker. Nice catch across the 50-yard line, and it will actually be on the 50-yard line. Ryan Tannehill now 2 for 2, 13 yards. As we mentioned, had a good week last week. Going to try to replicate that today. Tannehill dropping back to pass, and he's going to hand that one off to Jay Ajayi. A loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12. Handoff once again to Ajayi. He's going to trip up on Anthony Fasano. He had nothing but room ahead of him, but unfortunately he'll trip up there. So now it's a 3rd and 12 at the 48-yard line. 12 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. Ryan Tannehill, play action. He's looking, going to try to find this one, and oh! If on the money, would have probably been a touchdown to number 14, Jarvis Landry. So now Matt Darr will come on to punt, as you see Tampa Bay winning by 10 in Chicago. And Darr's punt is a high one. It is a good one. And this one will drop down about the 1 and bounce to the 2 and roll off to the 3 as Xavier Howard wasn't able to recover it. So once again, starting field position for the Chargers, not good. Dolphins and Matt Darr very good at this. 2-back set. This one will go to Melvin Gordon. Gordon finds a hole, and Melvin Gordon is running down the sidelines. The 30, the 40, the 50, the 40 again, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Los Angeles Chargers, a 97-yard run for Melvin Gordon, breaking out the gate on the first play of the game for a 97-yard play. It took him 13 seconds to go 97 yards. And the defense has to be beating themselves for that one, as they could have had that stop. But we jump to a 2nd and 12 now on the 15-yard line for the Miami Dolphins. Tannehill dropping back to pass. He's looking, going through his reads, finds Anthony Fasano. And Tannehill, 8 for 9, 98 yards. As we said, he needs to get the completion percentage up. Continue to do that here. 3rd and 2 on the 5-yard line. Tannehill going to hand this one off to Jay Ajayi. Then to find a block, truck to a man, and that is a touchdown for the Miami Dolphins. Jay Ajayi gets his first rushing touchdown of the season, and a great job there by Jay Ajayi as he's able to plow through Jaleel Adai and Denzel Perryman and is able to score. Get another look at that one there. And so Andrew Franks, man, RPI is going to take the kick. Cutler to hold, and that one is up and good. 12-play, 99-yard drive. Took 5 minutes and 55 seconds for the Miami Dolphins. And now a 1st and 10 at the 15 after a couple drives into the second quarter. And Rivers going to drop back to pass. That one could have been picked by the rookie Raekwon McMillan. You see Rashad Jones has a shoulder tear, but deciding to play. That could be a scary one here, as that's what happened last year, as Charles Harrison trying to get pressure up the middle, not going to be able to. Nice job there by Melvin Gordon, able to shake out the rookie Phillip Rivers' first pass completion of the day. Now a 3rd and 5. Rivers dropping back to pass. He's looking, flag on the play. That's going to be a holding. And you see Ndamukong Suh, besides the holding, was still able to slam on to Phillip Rivers. But that one was very obvious, a holding by the left guard, Matt Slauson there. But the Dolphins will decline as they will get a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action for Tannehill rolling. And that is Joey Bosa with his first sack of the year on Ryan Tannehill. And a 2nd and 20. This one handoff to Jay Ajayi. Going to try to get some room. Only gets 4 yards on the play, but that's 41 yards now on the day for Ajayi. Much better job than what he was accomplishing last week against the Buccaneers before he got injured. Now a 3rd and 16, a 3-wide set, 1 tight end. Ajayi the backfield, play action pass. Ryan Tannehill drawing back to pass, looking. This one's fired deep to Devontae Parker, and he almost catches the ball. Devontae Parker almost made a huge play on Jason Verrett, but what a stop there by Verrett, the veteran corner. Now a 1st and 10 at the 18. And this one pressure up the middle by Lawrence Timmons. Not going to get there, but Xavier Howard gets a sack. The ball's on the ground. But not able to pick it up is Byron Maxwell. Rumors of Byron Maxwell being traded as of late. Dolphins saying they enjoy his play, but they do not like the contract. Phillip Rivers going to throw this one off to Keenan Allen. He'll be tackled by Byron Maxwell. And Chargers fans might want to look out, as Byron Maxwell seems to have injured Keenan Allen on the play. He's looking at his left ankle and his right ankle as well. So hopefully Chargers fans, we can get back to you guys on that one. A 3rd and 2 on the 25-yard line. Handoff to Melvin Gordon. He could have been stopped 3 times in the backfield. Instead, gets a 10-yard gain. It's now 111 yards on the day for him, as well as a touchdown. As we jump to a 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line, 10 minutes, 55 seconds left to go here in the first half. Phillip Rivers drawing back to pass. He's going to look, pressure coming, fires this one out to the Mike Williams. The rookie out of Clemson makes a man miss and scores the 2nd touchdown of the day, the 2nd big touchdown of the day, and his 1st career touchdown reception. You see Mike Williams still wearing that number 7. But a touchdown there, and then skip a couple drives. It's a 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line for the Dolphins. Tannehill can drop back to pass, looking, fires this one to Devontae Parker, who drops the ball. So Tannehill now 10 for 17, 129 on the day. Once again, 2nd and 10. This one's going to go to Parker. This time he catches it. And it looks like if he could have made a man miss, he would have gotten more on the play, but instead gets out to the 16-yard line. Parker, though, 7 receptions for 104 yards, and we're not even done with the first half. So Devontae Parker already showing his worth to the Miami Dolphins offense. Now Tannehill handing this one off to Jay Ajayi, who can't make a man miss there. Now on his 17th rush of the day. Now 3rd and 9 at the 28-yard line with the Miami Dolphins. 4 minutes left in the half. Tannehill going to unload this one to Kenny Stills, and it looked like Stills could have possibly reached out a little bit and caught that. Instead decides to dive, secure the catch. A wise decision there. Now a 2nd and 8. Marlon Mack is the back in the backfield at the 36-yard line. 3 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. It's going to be a play action to Mack. Tannehill drawing back to pass. He is looking, can't find anything. Breaks off of 1 tackle, but gets sacked for a huge loss by Joey Bosa. And Dolphins fans, it looks as if Ryan Tannehill is injured, holding his leg and his shoulder, what it appears to be. And that is not good news for Dolphins fans. And hopefully he's doing okay. And it looks like he's fine there on the sidelines, but he looked like he was in a lot of pain there. So at least for this play, Jay Cutler will make his Dolphins debut on a 3rd and 26. Play action to Jay Ajayi. Cutler is going to be looking, can't find anything. Cutler rolling out and throws the ball away. So Cutler's first play of the day, an incomplete pass. And Adam Gase, you see there, he definitely has to be worried about his starting quarterback in Ryan Tannehill. And this one's going to be a false start, neutral zone infraction on Devon Godchow. And we're getting word that the injury to Ryan Tannehill could either be a torn shoulder or a bruised shoulder. Not too sure now. That one coming from a Miami Dolphin beat reporter. We'll see and try to get more news on that one, though, as Melvin Gordon gets stopped after the false start by Devon Godchow. Michael Thomas in on the tackle there as Godchow goes. Gives a little pat on the butt. Rivers dropping back to pass. He's going to have some pressure. That one overthrown. And that'll be an incomplete pass. It's now a 3rd and 6, 36-yard line. This one, Rivers driving back to pass. He's going to be looking, fires. This one deep. And they'll call it incomplete. But they'll take another look at it. And they're going to try to argue that Keenan Allen had both feet in bounds. You can't really get a good angle there, but it looks like he did have both feet in bounds. We'll see what the refs say. And it looks like they give them the first down and a completion for Phillip Rivers. And now Rivers dropping back to pass. He's looking, fires. This one is going to be undercut by Byron Maxwell. Byron Maxwell with the interception. And we also just got news that it's a bruised shoulder for Tannehill, who will come back to the game you see here. So hopefully he doesn't get hit too hard, as we don't want that bruised shoulder to turn into more. But Tannehill gonna unload this one to Devontae Parker, and it looks like that shoulder is pretty okay to me. But I know Dolphin fans, you and me, must be pretty on edge here, as we don't want him to get any further injured. Tannehill, play action to J.J. Gonna be coming up the middle, pressure, and he got hit hard on that play by the corner blitz. And it's a 4th and 5 at the 41, and the Dolphins are going for it. And Tannehill is going to be rolling out. He's going to try to fire this one to Kenny Stills, who drops the pass. Great coverage there by Casey Hayward. So it's Chargers ball here at 1st and 10, 41-yard line. And Phillip Rivers is going to drop back to pass. He's going to be looking. Got some time in the pocket. Unloads this one to the side, and that's Mike Williams for first down. And they will call a timeout. 34 seconds remaining here, as the Chargers, who lost late last year in San Diego with a Kiko Alonso interception to win the game, want to probably try to win this one here. And I'd like to take this time to remind you that every Miami Dolphins game is brought to you by Trigger 305, Miami's finest podcast, bringing you the realest opinions in all of South Florida. Phillip Rivers dropping back to pass. He's going to be looking, fires. This one's to Keenan Allen, who makes 2-man miss. Another one misses. 2 more men miss, and Keenan Allen. What a play for the touchdown. And oh my God, Dolphins fans, did you see that? Keenan Allen, what a play, as the Chargers make it 21-10 as we go into the half. Miami Dolphins losing here, and the score 21-10. Things pretty even passing, but the rushing yards, Chargers got the Dolphins on that one, but the Dolphins do have a takeaway. But 11.6 yards per play for the Chargers. We will see at the end of the halftime show here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. And welcome back here to Samurai Radio Sports Network. As always, I'd like to remind you guys that each broadcast of Miami Dolphins football is brought to you by Trigger 305, Miami's finest podcast, bringing you the realest opinions in all of South Florida. As Matt Dark kicks that one in the back of the end zone, and so it'll be Chargers ball to 25. And we're taking a look at Phillip Rivers and the pressure the Miami Dolphins have been able to force today. You see a sack there that forced a fumble, and then you have another sack by Charles Harris. He's got 2 on the day, and there you see him just being able to wreak havoc on that Chargers defense. Both teams able to sack the quarterbacks. A 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for Phillip Rivers. Drop back to pass, has some time in the pocket, unloads this one to Mike Williams, who gets tackled quickly there by Raekwon McMillan, the rookie, being able to show that he can make some tackles. Now a 2nd and 3. This is going to hand off, go to Melvin Gordon. He makes a man miss, and Melvin Gordon, ooh. If he had a little more speed on that play, would have been gone for another Chargers touchdown. Instead, it's a 1st and 10 here. Philip Rivers going to throw a play action. Has some time in the pocket. This one unloaded to Melvin Gordon, who gets stopped by Kiko Alonso and Raekwon McMillan. Now a 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line for the Los Angeles Chargers. Rivers going to give that one off to Melvin Gordon again. This time stopped by Cameron Wake, and Gordon a little shaken up on the play. So instead of Melvin Gordon, we'll get Brandon Oliver in his place. It's a 3rd and 4. We have a blitz by Raekwon McMillan, and this one is going to be swatted down by Byron Maxwell. A nice job there by Maxwell, having himself a great day in coverage. But it looks like the team is still looking to trade him, and this is probably just boosting his value. Tannehill lost one deep. This one to Julius Thomas, and almost caught it and almost intercepted. Now a 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line. Tannehill trying back to pass once again. Looking, fires this one to Devontae Parker, who drops this one. Once again, great coverage by Jason Verrett. Now a 3rd and 10 at the 5-yard line. Pass, and it looks like another pass here, and Tannehill has to unload this one quick. Once again to Julius Thomas, and it's a 4th and 3, and the Dolphins are going to go for it. A 3-wide out set, a tight end, and a back in the backfield, and this one's going to go to the right, and for whatever reason, Jawan James couldn't pick up the block. But that one is going to go for a turnover inside the red zone. And we jump to a 3rd and 7, 7-yard line. Rivers jogging back to pass. He's going to be looking. Finds a man, and this one's going to be to the sideline. That's Antonio Gates. But it'll be out of bounds. So Josh Lambo will be on to kick the field goal, which will make it a 24-10 game. And Lambo taking his time. And this one is going to be up and splits the uprights. And good for 3 points for the Los Angeles Chargers. Jump a little bit in the 3rd quarter to a 2nd and 9 now at the 39-yard line. Tannehill making some adjustments at the line. He's going to be dropping back to pass. Got some pressure from Bosa. This one's going to be off to Julius Thomas, and Thomas gets down to the 14-yard line. A nice reception there. Now a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tannehill dropping back to pass. He's looking, fires this one off to Thomas again, and Julius Thomas gets into the end zone for another Miami Dolphins touchdown. His first receiving touchdown of the day, and a great job there. Tannehill leading the team down as the extra point is held by the Vanderbilt man Cutler, and up and good by the RPI, Andrew Franks. And it's now a 7-point game for the Miami Dolphins. A good job there by the Dolphins. So 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line, a 1-score game. Philip Rivers dropping back to pass, play action. He's going to drop back once again, unloads this one deep, and this one is going to, looks like he could have made a play on that, both for Rashad Jones and the receiver there. I believe it was Tyrell Williams. And it's a 2nd and 10 at the 39, a draw to Gordon, but a nice tackle by Charles Harris, someone who has impressed me so far through 2 weeks. I don't know about you Dolphin fans, but he's shown what we wanted to get out of that number 22 pick. So Rivers trying back to pass again. Pressure from Cameron Wake, who gets off his man and gets his first sack of the NFL season. Nice job by Cam Wake. Now a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Miami Dolphins. Tannehill gives this one off to Jay Ajayi. Ajayi breaks a tackle and gets off to the 36-yard line. Ajayi, 67 yards on the day, and hasn't been able to show him what we saw last year in terms of him breaking a bunch of tackles, but we'll see that soon. Hopefully this one to Jarvis Landry for a 1st down, and oh no, Dolphins fans, Jarvis Landry clutching his back there, and he is down. He is not getting up. The trainer is going to attend to him now, and this does not look good, Dolphins fans, but he's standing up on the sideline. But I always have to remind you guys, Dolphins fans, last time we saw that it was Tannehill. Got up on his own, but wasn't able to do anything. But Tannehill this time throws it off to Julius Thomas. Nice reception for a 1st down. And I just got word that it is bruised ribs for Jarvis Landry, and they're going to hold him out for the rest of the game. Leonte Carew will replace him on most passing downs, and Tannehill has Joey Bosa chasing him, and Jawan James isn't able to get him, and as you guys see there, it is bruised ribs. But Jawan James has had a horrible day today, allowing Bosa to get his first 4 sacks of the season in one game. Matt Dar, Mr. Old Reliable, we want him to have a good punt here. We're going to try to land this one at the 1. Dar, back to punt, pressure coming, and this one's blocked! Matt Dar has to go get the ball. This one's picked up by Dunzabar. Dunzabar to the 10-5, and it is a touchdown for the Los Angeles Chargers. I know I've made that mistake a couple times here calling them the San Diego Chargers, but Josh Lambo puts them up, and the Los Angeles Chargers now up 14 with 3:23 left in the third quarter as we're inching closer to that fourth quarter mark here. And 21 seconds left here in the third. Ball at the 27-yard line. Tannehill on the 3rd and 5. He will drop back to pass, unloads this one to Jay Ajayi, who breaks a tackle and then gets tackled down at the 20-yard line. And that should be the last play of the third quarter, and it is. As the Miami Dolphins trying to make this comeback here, they'll have 15 minutes to do it, and we'll catch you after the break. Once again, I'd like to remind you guys, always, every Dolphins game is brought to you by Trigger 305, Miami's finest podcast, bringing you the realest opinions in all of South Florida. As a 1st and 10 for your Miami Dolphins. As Ryan Tannehill dropping back to pass, he'll be looking, fires this one off to Julius Thomas, having a great day as he already has a touchdown, and we needed a red zone target, and so far Thomas has been that. 6 receptions, 74 yards, and a touchdown on the day. Now at the 15-yard line, Tannehill dropping back to pass, looking, going to fire this one to Devontae Parker. A nice catch there. Now at the 9-yard line for the Miami Dolphins, a 1st and goal. Trying to make this a 1-score game is Ryan Tannehill as he's making some adjustments at the line. Tannehill trying to call some plays, going to drop back to pass, and he will be sacked. That is Joey Bosa's 5th sack on the day, and Jawan James, if you thought you had a job, you might be without one pretty soon. 2nd and goal at the 18-yard line. Miami Dolphins dropping back to pass. There's a wide open Julius Thomas, and Tannehill finds him for the touchdown. Julius Thomas dabbing on the haters. Gets his 2nd touchdown of the day, and it brings the Miami Dolphins within 1 score again, and a nice find by Tannehill as Julius Thomas was just wide open as he dropped Corey Leachit, a left end who can really play defensive tackle in that 3-4, back to pass, and they blitzed some linebackers and left that middle of the field wide open for Julius Thomas. But we will jump to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's a 2nd and 5 after a couple possessions. Phillip Rivers got injured after a sack by Charles Harris. And we're going to time out by the Dolphins. Now a 3rd and 3 at the 14-yard line. Kellen Clemens in for the Chargers. He'll get sacked. This is Raekwon McMillan. Makes a veteran play and gets the Dolphins the ball back. And it's a 1st and 10 at the 50. A minute 40 remaining. Tannehill scrolling outside the pocket's got to make a play here. Finds Anthony Fasano. Fasano has some space ahead of him. He jumps over. Man. But gets tackled by Jason Verrett. 18 yards after the catch, and that one could have gone for a touchdown. Tannehill having a great day. It's a 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Time winding down, a minute 33 remaining for Tannehill, and the time on the clock running down. Tannehill drawing back to pass. He's looking. Oh, that one could have been picked, and if that was on the money, probably could have gone for a 19-yard touchdown there for good old Devontae Parker. 3rd and 10. Tannehill drawing back to pass. Finds Jay Ajayi. Ajayi trucks through one man and tries to go through the 2nd. He'll be stopped at the 11. It's a 4th and 2. Time winding down. Dolphins need a reception here. Tannehill finds Anthony Fasano. Fasano gets to the 3-yard line. 50 seconds remaining. The Dolphins going to run no huddle here. It's 1st and goal. Time winding down. 45 seconds down for the Dolphins. They do have one timeout. Tannehill making adjustments at the line. He's going to drop back to pass. Going to try to find Devontae Parker, who drops the ball. That was the game-tying touchdown there. 39 seconds remaining. 3-yard line. Leonte Carew in. as well as Julius Thomas. Tannehill dropping back to pass. He's looking, can't find anything. Rolling out to the left side, throws the ball away. And there's an injury on the field, but that one not to Tannehill. 3rd and goal. 3 wide receivers set. A tight end is Julius Thomas. Running back is Jay Ajayi. Dropping back to pass is Tannehill. Tannehill looking, finds Jay Ajayi. Ajayi gets to the 1-yard line. 28 seconds remaining for the Miami Dolphins. 4th and goal. They don't call their timeout. This is the last play of the game if they miss potentially. Tannehill dropping back to pass. He's looking, throws this one to Jay Ajayi, and they'll say he scores. It's now 31-30. 10 seconds remaining, and the Miami Dolphins are going to be able to tie this game. But it looks like Adam Gase is going to be going for the 2-point conversion. He wants the win, and it is going to happen. 2-point conversion, 10 seconds remaining. Do or die for the Dolphins. Tannehill drops back to pass, has a wide open man, but throws it too far to the right. I don't know if that was a miscommunication between Thomas and Tannehill, but now an onside kick's the only thing that can save them. Matt Darr gonna try to get the ball back for the Dolphins. This one's gonna go and get picked up by Tyrell Williams. And I'm sure Adam Gase wishes he just went for that extra point, as we'd be going into overtime. But instead, the final is 31-30. Miami Dolphins taking their first loss of the season. And you know Tannehill's got to be pissed. I don't know if that was a miscommunication there between him and Thomas, or if it was just a bad throw. But you see the Dolphins were able to come back. That block punt for a touchdown, something that halted them today, as well as that long run by Melvin Gordon. But Tannehill did his best. To be fair to him, the defense couldn't hold up and hold their own, as the offense did most of the work today. They were able to bring them back when nothing really was left. So you got to give credit to them where credit is due. But as I said, not really much you can do. They will take their first loss of the season, 31-30. Tannehill throws for 420 yards compared to Phillip Rivers. I think it was about 140 before he got injured. But the rushing yards and the average plays, as well as the takeaways for the Chargers, are enough. And word coming into the Miami Dolphins will not re-up Kouamisi. They will let him become a free agent. He is on the IR, so he will just become a free agent at the end of the year. I don't think a lot of teams are going to want to take a chance on him either way. And the Miami Dolphins, word coming out here that they have re-signed Jarvis Landry to a 7-year deal worth $60 million. So Jarvis Landry will be getting $10 million annually, and they will re-sign him. A couple names that got to re-sign as well as Matt Darr, Andrew Franks, TJ McDonald, as well as William Hayes. So we'll see what they do there. This has been another broadcast of Miami Dolphins football here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. Hope you guys did enjoy it. And Rashad Jones, after getting injured, was sent to the Cleveland Browns in exchange for Jabril Peppers. So the end of an era, as the Dolphins did not want to pay Rashad Jones to sit on the IR once again. As you guys know, TJ McDonald is on suspension, so he won't play. As well as word that there might be a trade for Byron Maxwell in the works. We will have that for you guys next week when the Miami Dolphins play the New York Jets. Until then, we will see you guys next time. This has been another broadcast of Miami Dolphins football here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. Good night, and have a great day.